Hey guys, this is Camper15, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, my friend Denzel, and we are back at it with another Dragon Quest episode review for you guys. Um, since there was really nothing going on, this might go up earlier, but anyways, we got a pretty eventful episode here, and it's funny enough. I don't know if the same was for Crunchyroll, but me and my boy, we saw him. We just saw the thumbnail of Mom, and I'm like, you can't be giving this away this early.
What did you expect, man?
Yes.
Hmm.
But we later find out that it wasn't Mom, which I think we kind of all knew that it wasn't Mom. But it was definitely, oh, what if Mom actually does that when she comes back? Well, I don't think she'll do that when she comes back. But last week I guess you can really say, I feel like that you can really say the true end of this Baron arc is kind of this episode. But I guess the Baron fight ended last week, and we talked how amazing that fight was. So yeah, now this is Dragon Quest episode 33. Now, obviously, we know that Hadlar, he's up against the wall, because if he fails yet again, he's gone for good. So Hadlar, as he's walking, is like, look, get all your Mystic Legion forces, Zabarera, and frickin' round them up so we can frickin' take out Dai. And Zabarera's like, we tried that not too long ago, and that didn't work, so why do you want to do that again and just waste more men? And Zabarera's like, listen, let's not do that. Let's do assassination. So they're going to do that whole thing. Now we cut back over to Dai and the others. Everybody's definitely tired out from the fight with Baron, to the point we know Dai wakes up a bit. He looks at Leona a bit, and it's Crocodile that said, "Don't wake her. She's been using full heal just to heal us." And even then, they still look messed up. So that's how tired and exhausted she is. But who is willing to go out and be on guard duty since Nichols literally can't do it?
Ta-da! The main man, Pop himself.
Yes. Now, Pop's like, "Hey, look, I'm in the best shape. I can go do this and stuff like that." And that's when Hugh Nichols like, "All right, fine, you can go do it." Now, Hugh Nichols says that drinking the dragon's blood grants immortality. Well, if that means Pop can't die, well, shit.
I think he's speaking. What's the word I'm looking for? Not metaphorically. He's not speaking literally. Immortal. You know what I mean?
That's what it's implied here. Again, Dragon Quest fans, if you want to put in the comment section more meaning to give us better understanding, because when I heard it, I'm like, oh, so does that mean he can't die or something else is afoot? Well, again, obviously you Dragon Quest fans know better than we probably do, so I'm just getting it from the episode, so that's just my interpretation. I envision Pop can probably still die. It would be really weird writing, but I did like the fact how Dai is like, oh, well, if that's the case, maybe I can give you guys my blood and you guys won't be able to die. But then Crocodile's like, well, your blood's more human than Dragonite, so it probably wouldn't work. And I'm like, oh yeah, Dai giving the freshies on how to spread AIDS.
Just stop.
I'm sorry.
Just stop.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I wrong?
Just stop.
Okay. Now, what happens in the whole forest scene and stuff like that? Or do you want me to talk about Meryl and the fact that she might secretly like Pop?
Before we get into that, I like to think that Pop will end up with Meryl and Hyunko will end up with Mom. I don't know.
That could be a thing, honestly. Now that you said that, I honestly am actually kind of down to see that. Honestly, it makes sense. Really, in writing, it makes sense. Like, we know Meryl has been kind of into Pop this past few episodes, and we kind of know that Mom's kind of definitely into Hunicle, but who knows? They could just flip a script where Mom eventually just falls for Pop after I guess he does something heroic. Or there's gonna come that moment where he's gonna do something heroic in front of her, and then she's gonna fall high over heels over him. But I did like the fact that Meryl, when the fake mom arrives, which we'll get into in a few seconds, she's like, "Why do I feel this way? Am I jealous?" I'm like, "Yes, of course you are." It's every girl's trope when they see their love rival, I guess, get hit on. Anyways, you care to explain the forest scene with the whole fake mom?
Yeah, before the fake mom comes out, let's just say it's been shown that Pop has been kind of pushing himself quite a lot.
Yeah.
And Meryl's in the back all like, please don't push yourself anymore and stuff. And then they hear a voice. And who might that be? The fake mom. Mm-hmm. And that's where Pop starts asking her, "What are you doing here? How was your training, all that stuff?" And as you can see, there was clear confusion right there in that fake mom's voice, because he didn't know that. Okay, that's just weird now.
Go on.
He didn't know that Mom was out there doing some martial arts training. And that's where Meryl starts to get all I don't like this girl and stuff, and she's like, am I getting jealous and stuff? And she walks off. And as Pop and fake mom start walking to the cabin, Mom stops him and starts doing some kind of seduction on him. And Pop was all like, Mom wouldn't do this. Until some claws slit Pop's neck, and he's suddenly paralyzed, basically.
Yes. You want me to take the reins here?
Go ahead. Try
Okay.
some.
Yes. Zabarera just deforms from the fake mom, and he's like, haha, your friggin' intuition of you falling for this girl, from what I heard, is very easy, and that's how we able to lure you. And all of a sudden you have Hadlar show up, and then essentially Pop is cornered. So you're like, okay, our friends are damaged beyond belief. How the hell are they gonna get out of this situation? So one, they essentially run through the entire plan of saying, we're gonna assassinate you and your friends, and you're all gonna die, yada yada yada. And Pop is like, I can't believe you, Hadlar, out of anybody, would resort to assassinating and doing things by dirty. I thought you were kind of more the respectful person and stuff like that. And Pop gives a speech essentially referencing to what Crocodile said in the past. And it kind of antagonizes Hadlar, and he's like, dare call me essentially he's calling Hadlar a coward for what he's doing, and Hadlar's like, you dare call me that? And he gets his literal sharp claws out, and he looks like he's about to impale him. And the thing is, well, it doesn't really happen because one, Zabarera's like, don't worry, Master Hadlar, I'm gonna take care of myself, don't talk to him like that. But then he gets his hand burnt thanks to Master Montroviv, and Montroviv shows up and is there to tie up. And first things first, Zabarera's scream where he's like, ah! I was freaking cracking up. Oh my goodness, that was some funny stuff there. Now, what happens is, at first, Hadlar doesn't see doesn't see or know who Matroviv is, but when Matroviv gets closer, Hadlar's like, wait a second, you're that mage who was with Yvonne and stuff like that. Matroviv says, don't worry, I'm gonna send you, well, first he makes a mention how so many good people has died, like Yvonne and I think he said Roka, I believe. And he's like, don't worry, you're gonna be sent to the afterlife so you can go apologize to Yvonne, which I thought was a pretty badass line he said there, which it was funny. And they get into a sizzle spell battle. And what I'm guessing it's implied here that Montraviv was copying or countering the same spell. Yeah, the same spell that Hadlar was doing, and it was throwing Hadlar off his game. The only problem with that is eventually it gets to the point where Zabarera joins in, and Montraviv is trying to hold them both back, but we see that his body's kind of starting to deteriorate, and he's starting to bleed internally because his body's not what it used to be, and he can't handle this type of power or spells. And Pop's looking this, and he's like, we're gonna die if I don't do something. He can't get up because the poison's paralyzed. And two, Montraviv tries to heal him, but because the poison's too strong, he can't do it. That's when Pop internally essentially calls out to Die to come help. And that's what happens because, hey, that's anime right then and there, guys. The power of friendship will overcome all. Don't you love fairy tale?
You think I'm rewatching it?
Yes. Dai comes on. He activates his, I'm guessing, his draconic aura. Again, the dragon crest is on the palm of his hands, and he manages to overpower, honestly, what you might say is a similar interpretation between Gohan's Kamehameha and Cell's Kamehameha. Overpowers them, and it looks like, oh good, we finally took out Zabarera and Hadlar. Well, you care to explain to the audience what really happened with those two?
They just got blasted away, completely damaged. Well, Zabarera, who thought that Hadlar was completely incinerated and stuff, he started like, what was he saying exactly right there?
Essentially, well, first, Zabarera used Zoom to get out of there before I'm guessing the blast finished them both off. But Zabarera was essentially planning to just go against all of Hadlar's things, and he calls Hadlar useless.
And that's when Hadlar appears right behind him and grabs him by the leg and, don't you dare betray me! If you betray me, I'll kill you. I hope you know.
And we said last week, when you're desperate men do desperate things. And Hadlar brings up a point about Zabarera's secret research about things called superior beings. And essentially, it gives you some sort of crazy power boost. So again, desperate man, he wants to kill so he doesn't die. Well, I guess this is gonna be his desperate plan of action. And he's gonna get some sort of power boost before we get the final matchup with, I guess you can say, Yvonne. I mean, not Yvonne. Die. God damn it. Now, Montraviv, manages to bring up, after saying like, yeah, I knew Dai was a Dragonite. I just didn't want Dai to essentially, well, I guess you can say, have the whole thing he had in the last arc where he was thrown off balance. But he brings up this book called The Book of Yvonne, which is Yvonne's teachings of all the spells, skills, and thoughts he had for the future generations. And they make Dai and the others, well, Dai makes Leona read it because he can't read. Read this passage from Yvonne. I'm not gonna recite the entire thing because it was long as hell. But it was just a way to reassure our heroes, to make them feel better, to make them feel good and say, hey, look, it's okay. You're gonna freaking win the next battle and get through all this tough stuff. Now, I definitely liked the message here. It was cool that now they got a book from Yvonne, so maybe they use it to learn some more spells and stuff like that. And they plan on going back to Papnika Kingdom because Leona says she has something she can only do for them. And I'm guessing that's when they're just gonna get more rest and rejuvenation and I guess also go through, I guess, little mini training arc from what we see. Because in the next episode preview, it seems like every anime, we're gonna get a martial arts tournament here, and I think this is when we're gonna see the return of Mom, because in the silhouetted form of the next episode preview, you see the silhouetted form of Mom, and we kind of know what she looks like based on the ending. So I thought this episode was really good. I definitely enjoyed this episode. Definitely a little bit more toned down than the last few episodes, but still very up there with high action, because again, Hadlar was so close to killing them, but he was so yet very far from doing it.
It's like you're there, but you realize at the end, you don't know who you're hitting, but you realize that when Dai is there, that you were this close to killing them all. But you did it because you suck.
Yes. Now I'm guessing Hadlar's gonna go get Zabarero's secret research on how to become a superior being. I can also envision he can't go back to the Dark Kingdom, because I think if he goes back there and says, "Oh, I failed," Vern's probably gonna kill him. So it's gonna be very interesting to see if we see how Hadlar gets this superior being power. But I enjoyed this episode. Definitely can't wait for more Dragon Quest. Your thoughts on the episode?
I enjoyed it quite a lot. That thumbnail of Mom threw me off, but yeah.
Yes. Word, Crunchyroll, please don't do that again. Because I literally thought, I'm like, wait, this can't be true. They're not giving us Mom right now. But it seems like we're gonna get Mom returning next week.
I mean, then again, we should have figured that out, because we knew that Mom was gonna have a new design.
Yes. Anyways, that's it. So if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest reviews every Friday, barring any hiatuses or breaks in the near future. Anyways, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, and hopefully you guys having a great rest of your day or night, or whenever you check out this video. Until then, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Well, this has been Cam for 15.
Red Wolf.
We'll see you guys later. Peace.